Most of the money that middle-class Americans have given to him, he's spent on his own legal fees. You can easily understand who Christie is talking about, none other than the controversial former president of the United States of America, Donald Trump. Christie is opening up all the criticisms against Trump as the elections are around the corner. Republican presidential candidate Christie lashed out at former President Trump right after he was indicted for the third time. He pointed out the events surrounding the White House following the 2020 election as a disgrace. The events around the White House from election night forward are a stain on our country's history and a disgrace to the people who participated. Christie posted on X, previously known as Twitter, "This disgrace falls the most on Donald Trump. He swore an oath to the Constitution, violated his oath, and brought shame to his presidency." Former New Jersey Governor Christie blasted former President Donald Trump on August 1st this year. What was it for? He accused Trump of using campaign donations to fund his mounting legal fees. Christie, a Republican presidential candidate who has been Trump's harshest rival in the primary race, claimed the billionaire former leader could easily sell one of his aircraft, buildings, or golf courses to pay his obligations. But instead, he's taking $25, $50, $100 from everyday Americans who believe they're giving it to him to help elect him president. And he's paying his legal fees. That was an on-the-face comment on Trump's actions. After paying many millions of dollars in legal bills for Trump and his associates, now what is left? Let us see. Former President Donald J. Trump's Political Action Committee, which started last year with $105 million, currently has only less than $4 million in its account. Where did the rest of the money go? Trump's looting cash holdings in his PAC, Save America, have reduced to the point where the group has requested a $60 million reimbursement of the donation it made in the past to a pro-Trump super PAC. This money was supposed to go into television advertising to support Trump's candidature. But since he's the fixed choice as the Republican nominee in 2024, there seem to be no problems at all. According to federal filings, the super PAC, Make America Great Again, Inc., has already returned $12.25 million to the entity paying Mr. Trump's legal fees. The figure is nearly equal to the $13.1 million the super PAC gained from supporters in the first half of 2023. $1 million came from the father of his son-in-law, Charles Kushner, who Mr. Trump pardoned for federal charges during his final days as president. And $100,000 came from a candidate wanting Mr. Trump's support. Christie's newest attacks came after campaign finance records from Trump's political operation revealed that his PAC expended more than $20 million on legal fees in only the first 6 months of the year. This sum accounted for 2/3 of the group's entire spending during that time period. Those expenses most certainly covered campaign services other than Trump's personal legal battles. According to the Associated Press, which cited a source familiar with the issue, Trump's network of political committees has spent more than $40 million on legal counsel this year. Now Trump supporters are launching a fresh fundraising campaign to assist offset his mounting legal expenditures. According to an IRS filing submitted last month, the Patriot Legal Defense Fund is meant to cover costs for people defending against legal actions arising from an individual or group's participation in the political process. Since announcing his presidential campaign in 2024, Trump has been charged with dozens of offenses in 2 distinct cases. Prosecutors in Manhattan accused him in March of fabricating company documents linked to hush money payments conducted before the 2016 election to women who claimed Trump had affairs outside of marriage. Federal prosecutors accused Trump of 37 felony offenses in June, in a case centered on his handling of confidential documents after leaving the White House in 2021. Trump was charged again in that case last week for allegedly attempting to destroy video recordings from his Mar-a-lago resort. Trump was charged with 4 federal charges, including conspiring to defraud the United States, conspiracy to hinder an official proceeding, obstruction of and a plan to obstruct an official proceeding, and conspiracy against rights. According to the 45-page indictment, Trump participated in a dishonesty, fraud, and conceit effort to disrupt a bedrock function of a democracy. With all these accusations, how can Trump be a part of this upcoming election? The United States has not seen anything like this since Eugene V. Debs campaigned from a prison cell more than a century ago. He was a major contender with a felony conviction campaigning for president. And at no time has such a contender had a realistic prospect of winning. Despite being charged with dozens of offenses in 3 separate trials, 2 federal and 1 in New York, judgments are still a long way off. Imagine, we are talking about the previous president of the most powerful country in the world. The special counsel in charge of that inquiry is simultaneously in charge of a Trump-related criminal investigation into attempts to influence the outcome of the 2020 election. Trump stated last month that he is being targeted in the election investigation, implying that charges are inevitable. Around the same time, Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis is set to announce shortly whether she will pursue charges in her state-level investigation into Trump and his associates' efforts to take part in Georgia's 2020 election. Let's face the facts here. Donald Trump, by the time we get to the debate in 3 weeks, will probably be out on bail, Christie added. Christie also pointed out that Trump's political action committee, Save America, claimed to have spent $108,000 on Irv Pierre, a fashion designer who has collaborated with former First Lady Melania Trump. These costs are referred to as strategy consulting. So far, neither the criminal charges nor Christie's criticisms have dented Trump's momentum. Other Republican presidential candidates issued statements quickly after the indictment was made public. Former Texas Rep. Will Hurd and former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson both slammed the former president for the charge. At the same time, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis used it to pledge to end the weaponization of the federal government. Former Vice President Mike Pence blasted Trump over the fresh allegations, saying it means more talk about January 6th and more distractions. Today's indictment serves as an important reminder. Anyone who puts himself over the Constitution should never be president of the United States, Pence said in a press release. Trump supporters haven't really spent a lot of time with any of the evidence because they don't want to, Republican strategist Whit Ayers said. Quite a shame. What's your opinion? The 2024 presidential election in the United States will be held on Tuesday, November 5th, 2024, the most awaited day. Democratic Party's current president, Joe Biden, is campaigning for re-election. Republican Party member Donald Trump is seeking re-election to a second, non-consecutive term. A number of primary election rivals have also confirmed their candidature for both main party nominations. The victor of this election will be sworn in on January 20th, 2025. Let's wait and watch. We're adults. It's always better to have an opinion. And cast your vote wisely. Tap the like button and share your thoughts in the comment box. Subscribe to our channel to know what's happening around you. Also, hit that bell icon. Goodbye.